Well, President Trump says the National Guard troops in Chicago, Los Angeles, in Portland, well, apparently they will be no more. This following a major setback at the Supreme Court, who declined an emergency request from the Trump administration that said the troops were necessary to protect federal agents working in Chicago to enforce immigration policies. So, what happens now? Joining us to discuss this and so much more is Mr. John Gordon, attorney, legal analyst, and host of the nationally syndicated radio and podcast show, The Truth with John Gordon. Mr. Gordon, welcome, sir.
Thank you, Guy. Happy New Year.
And a happy New Year to you.
And you can call me John. I'm feeling old enough as it is.
Well, in that case, let's make it a bit easier for you, I hope. John, this was a major surprise for some, but not a surprise for others that the Supreme Court ruled in this manner, and that Trump then immediately responded by removing the National Guard troops. Your thoughts on this?
Well, I think the court made a mistake. I mean, they did not address the merits. They rendered their decision based on a very technical legal argument. Surprisingly to me, Justice Kavanaugh went along with it, as did Amy Coney Barrett. But certainly Justice Alito and Gorsuch wrote a very, I thought, compelling dissent, saying that it was an overreach by the court to inhibit the president from responding in what he deemed to be an emergency. So the fact is that the case still resides in the district court, and we have not heard the end of this yet. The district court will make a decision after they make a ruling on what the facts of the case are, and does that perhaps lead to the action actually raising to the level of an emergency,
Sure.
justifying the president to act.
All eyes yet again now on that district court. We can also tell you that the ruling is likely to strengthen other challenges to National Guard deployments. Now, I should make mention, obviously we are based right here in the nation's capital. This does not affect the District of Columbia, where troops have also been deployed, as it is a federal district, not a state. A lot of folks right here in the nation's capital, John, crying foul because of this, but they have no legal leg to stand on.
Well, and I don't know why they would try and prevent the president from utilizing the National Guard to impose law and order when the local government has neglected or failed to do so. I mean, why would you oppose that? I mean, you live in D.C. Do you feel safer today than you did 6 months ago?
By far.
Yeah, I mean, so on the merits, it seems to me that it's something that we, from a policy standpoint, we'd want to encourage, and why Governor Pritzker, saying that he is speaking for the people of Illinois, would want to discourage the Guard from coming in and stopping what is really an epidemic murder rate in Chicago is just bewildering. You know what it really is just pure political greed. He wants to be able to have immigrants voting illegally in Illinois. And just, let's just boil it down to what this is really about. It's a Republican versus Democrat argument, and the Democrats, they're trying to cling to power that they have lost because they can't win on a competition of ideas. And so they're importing illegals into the country and then allowing them to vote, which is highly illegal. It goes against the Constitution of our country, and every grain of our freedoms rest on. And I think it's very concerning. But the court did not say that President Trump could not send the National Guard in. They just said for right now he can't until this works its way up through the district court and then the Court of Appeals. So how it actually ends up, I don't know. They did say that President Trump had the authority to send in other federal agent officers, which would be civilian federal agents. So like think the FBI, the U.S. Marshal,
Sure.
other law enforcement agencies. He does have the power to deploy, just not the National Guard at this juncture.
And to that point, John, we know that the president stated, quote, "We will come back, perhaps in a much different and stronger form when crime begins to soar again. Only a question of time." Yet again, I would assume you agree with that statement.
100%. And, we've got to reclaim this country. I think that this goes beyond partisanship. We're talking about the safety and security of our borders. You know, the Biden administration opened the borders. We know that there are large numbers of Hispanics, 18 million, still residing in the United States. What we don't know are how many military fit Chinese men are here illegally. I've read estimates as high as 150,000. To me, that is a real concern. And then you have terrorists that are residing, we believe, in sleeper cells throughout around the country because, you know, you just can't open the doors and say, oh, we're just going to let these people from our southern borders come in. But they let anybody from around the globe come in. And it is a real threat to our national security. And I, for one, am very alarmed about it and think that we should empower the president to do anything within the realm of reasonableness to get our country secured.
We'll have to leave it right there. Yet again, Mr. John Gordon, attorney, legal analyst, and host of the nationally syndicated radio show and podcast, The Truth with John Gordon. It's been a pleasure, sir.
Thank you. My pleasure. And you can catch me on johngordon.tv. All the episodes are right there.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.